Today's Tuesday, it's the 17th of January 2023, and I'm on my own. Anita's got a piano lesson this morning, so I'm off into Palma, and I'm catching the bus, which is very unusual for me, but I've got my new bus pass, so I'm on the bus and it means I have to wear a mask. Public transport is have to wear a mask. My glasses are steaming up, so I can't see very much. It's quite an adventure. I'm at least travelling by bus means I can just look out of the window, see what's passing by, and just leaving Anita now on the road towards the military barracks. You can see we have a lot of greenery around us, and you see sheep in the fields here. Not yet, later on. So we're actually just on the outskirts of Palma. The sun's come up, it's very, very windy out there, very windy. And we're on a yellow, possibly an orange alert right now. And schools have been warned to not allow the children out onto the patio. At least if they do, then to be very careful and keep the time limited. Face mask for quite a while, so it's quite unusual for me. Just keep steaming up my glasses. I need to do something about that. When I was at school, I used to put a little bit of washing up liquid on them, and that was the glasses out. But, it's only while I'm on the bus I'll be able to take them off. Baleares Castle in the distance there, and we're just coming down the road now which goes to Majorca. So a lot of people waiting to get on the bus at the next bus stop. We're just coming to Majorca. Majorca used to be the main hospital for Palma, but it was closed down quite a few years ago when they built the new hospital. And since then it's simply been left derelict. It has been used during COVID as the main vaccination centre for this area, but even that's closed down now, so it's the vaccination area. And the plan was to convert the building into an old people's home. And around the back they demolished all of the buildings that were around the back, and that was going to be the garden area leading into Baleares Castle. But the architects have been in and had another look at it and decided that the building itself would take far too much effort, work, money, and so they've decided that it's going to come down. So that will be interesting when it happens. So this is all here. There used to be hospital buildings, a relatively new maternity block. It's all been flattened, all been cleared, and that's going to be the garden to the home for the elderly when eventually that's built, but I can see that being some distance now in the future. The demolition work is due to start anytime soon. As I said in other videos, the buses are now free to the residents. I think I'll just make another video and explain all of that in the next day or two, because we've only just got our cards, and I think I have to explain the process which we go through. So do look out for a video on the bus pass, and I'll explain what it's all about. And now I've actually used it, I can actually tell you how it works. So next, coming down here, just to our right, got another bus stop, which I guess we're going to stop at, and this is the old Telefonica building just to the right here, Telephone building. And there's a lady coming to get on. And just around the next turning is where the Anglican church is. So if you've seen any of the videos that I've done there, I usually make a video of their Christmas bazaar, Remembrance Day we went to, and maybe one or two other occasions, I can't remember, but it's just down the road here that we're going past now. This road, by the way, is called Doria, and you've got modern buildings mixed with apartments and the occasional villa as well. It's an interesting road. I'm just on the outskirts of Palma now, just going in towards the city. For many years I used to come to this area, to the Masonic Lodge, just around the corner here. But we also moved just before COVID, and we now have a new temple for our meetings. That's where I'll be going. Where I go most Thursdays, actually. The sun is shining, but very windy. The temperature's actually supposed to be quite moderate again today, maybe up to 17-18 degrees. I will look out for a thermometer as we're walking on the bus, so you can get an idea of what the temperature is. It is quite early. Coming up towards Plaza Progreso. Actually, on the bus, just near to the driver, there's actually one of these moving signs that tells you exactly where you are. Proxima Parada. The next stop is Plaza Progreso. And here we've got a petrol station, which apparently is an illegal petrol station, and has been told it's got to close down, shut down and be demolished and cleaned up, but it's still here, and those rules came out quite a long time ago, so well before Christmas. And the area all to the right is quite well known for its restaurants and bars and places for people, particularly the yachty types. It's very close to the seafront, and a lot of the yachty people are in this area and use the restaurants. Lots of work going on, and the graffiti, wherever you go there seems to be graffiti. I've noticed in the paper today that in the Canary Islands they're imposing huge fines for caught with doing graffiti, and well, they need to do that here. What they've started doing in some parts of the Calvia area is to paint it all out with grey paint. I was noticing just yesterday actually that no sooner have they painted it, but the grey paint has provided a surface for them to do a new piece of graffiti. It's not even nice graffiti, it's just horrible. Nice balustrade there, and a lovely column, very ornate, really just at the corner of the street. Bus stops. The video's coming out alright. I'm actually videoing through a window. I remember as a child I used to catch the bus to school every day, and the windows in Stoke-on-Trent would all be covered in mud, so you can never possibly do this. The window here is not too bad. There's possibly a little bit of glare, a bit of reflection. As we get closer now to the centre of the city. noticing here there's a barber shop and they have special prices for jubilados. That's me now, I'm jubilado. I'm retired. This is a school in the middle of Palma, quite a big school. And this is by the river, just at the top of Safashi. Down there, that's one of the main shopping streets of Palma. You've got El Corte Inglés and you've got a lot of posh shops. Too posh for me. And we're just going over the car park as well, so if I was driving in, quite often I would park in the car park underneath where we are now, and we would walk down Jaime Tres. I'm on a bus, so I'm going to do a tour of the city. This is just now going around the outskirts, referred to as the avenidas, the avenues. Along the riverbed here there's quite a nice little walkway with some benches, a cycle path. Be careful if you're on walking along, you don't bump into anybody who's on the cycle path. It's used not only by cyclists but by the new scooter generation. They tend to move quite quickly. Traffic lights on this route, so we're getting stopped at the traffic lights for quite a long time. We're still parallel to the riverbed. We're just going to turn right now into the avenidas. See, the sky is blue. There is a threat of rain later on today. To pick the girls up from school, so I've come out quite early. It's still on 9:45 in the morning, and the reason I'm coming out is because it's San Antonio, one of the big fiestas for the island in general, but here in Palma they do celebrate it. It does actually coincide very much with San Sebastian, which is later on this week, but there will be lots of things going on for both weeks, so they get a little bit mixed up. Seen lots of autumn leaves in January. Must be winter leaves. Bright sunshine. Just coming towards Plaza España, which I think will be the end of my journey for today. I think I'll get off in Plaza España and then I need to be walking down to it. much. Building in front of us, that is the court, so you don't need to do anything legal. This is one of the places you might need to come to. And certainly I came here to register births. It was registering births, marriages and deaths, I think. I came here to register the births of Adam and Serena. It's a long, long time ago. It's all changed a bit now. I think when India and Freya were born, I think they were registered actually in the hospital, which probably makes a lot more sense. This is Anita and so revealing time. I take my mask off. Don't need the mask off as I'm walking through town. So thanks very much for watching that journey in. I'm going to carry on, make a separate video of Palma. So I'll see you hopefully in the next one. Bye for now.